Welcome back to Showcase PDX. We're here talking with Angel True, a life and business coach based here in Portland. Angel is the founder of True Living Synergy Coaching. His goal is to provide the knowledge and the know-how that everyone needs to live their passions and realize their dreams. Angel, welcome to Showcase PDX.
Thanks, Michael. I'm excited to be here.
So, as we were talking to Michael from Muddy Waters before, lots going on out there. Everybody's, it seems to be, some people are struggling. How can you help us? What can we do?
Well, there's a lot going on right now, and the first thing is just to understand what's actually happening. And we're in one of the biggest recessions in 60 years. Last recession we saw this large was the Great Depression in the 1930s. So what's happening is everyone is contracting their business right now, whether it's on a personal level that they've lost their jobs, or the businesses, they've seen a decline. I've talked to businesses that have seen as much as a 2/3 decline or more in their business in the last 6 months to a year and a half. So what we need to do is we need to remember, kind of back to the basics right now. What's important right now? One of the biggest things is just knowing, what is happening for you in your business and being really clear about it. Getting back to what's important. What are your values? Whether it's about community, like Michael was talking about, or whether it's about changing the way business operates. Getting clear on what those values are is the first step. If you don't know what's important to you, you don't know why you're in business. And that's really the second step. Why are you here? And yes, everyone is in business to make money. We've got that part. But beyond just making a living or making a profit, what drives you? Right. So for Michael and Muddy Waters, for example, their big passion is creating community. And that's why they're there. But their purpose is to create and sustain and build community. Right. That's what they're doing. That's the second point that I'm talking with people about right now. The third thing that I work on with people is just getting clear on their vision. What is it they're seeking to accomplish? What is the great, way the future looks for them? And so,
Okay, but when you say that, a lot of people look at their future and they go, it's miserable, or I can't see my way out of this, or I don't have a job.
Right.
And they're depressed. So what do you mean vision? My vision is...
Sure. Well, the vision is really about the vision for the future. And, we can talk about basic law of attraction if we want to. If that's what they're going to focus on is how bleak things look, that's all they're going to continue to bring around. Okay, so talk about the law of attraction aspect. The law of attraction is really about focusing on what you want and not what you don't want. What we focus on is what arrives in our reality. So if we're focused on my life sucks, I have no job, guess what? Your life is going to continue to suck and you're going to continue to be unemployed. So turn that around and say, okay, well, so I'm unemployed right now. Okay, how do I make this work for me? What do I want to accomplish? What's next on the list? The next is getting clear on what your objectives are. So, what are you seeking to accomplish? What are you providing? The next thing, that I talk to people about is just knowing who their clients are. Who are they looking for to have walk in the door, give them a phone call, and talk about what they want. If you don't know who your client is, you can't shape the space or the products or services that you want to provide. So understanding what you do and who that is just as simple as understanding what your products and services are. I see. Okay. The next thing I talk about with people is understanding why people are even going to come to see you. What's the problem they're seeking to solve? What is the issue they want to address? What is the service or product they need? And this goes back to who your ideal client is. So understand who your ideal client is, understand what it is they're seeking to address by coming to see you. Two more things, and these really gets right down to it. If you know who your ideal client is and why they want to come see you, the question is, what are the results they walk away with? It's pretty simple. Not just how do they feel better, but what changes for them. And the last, which is basic business differentiation, is what's different about you? How do you do this differently than anyone else? You understand those points, you have the beginnings of a marketing plan and a message. You can get out there and bring your passion, bring your drive with you, and you stand out. Well, I want to talk about one more thing. In this time, it's that competition versus collaboration. I keep telling people, they go, well, your competition, if we keep thinking in that way, we're going to think in this old paradigm that we've been in that is falling, that is crashing. And that's really what's happening right now. The old ways that we did things, the big, gigantic corporations, or the dinosaurs, as they call it, that gobbled up everything, are ending. And we're entering into a new time, really.
I mean, what is your take on that?
Well, what's happening is we're changing from an old economy model to an eco-economy model. And that economy model says we are dependent, our success is dependent on everyone else. So the idea of competition is gone. We just can't do it anymore. It's all about collaboration now. Your success.
I want to be top. I'm the best business coach. What do you mean? We got to fight for each other's business.
It's the scarcity versus abundance mentality. If I think that there's a finite amount of resources, a finite number of customers out there, that's what I'll see. Right. If I think, hey, there's plenty for all of us, I'm just going to go find more, bring them in, build the economy up, build this market sector up. We can do it. We can do this together. Coaching is a great example. Coaches are a scarce resource right now. There are not a lot of us around. There's more and more every day. But each of us does different things. We're still in that growth phase. Showcase PDX is another great example. It's providing a fabulous new resource that has never before existed. And it's built upon the people who are the members. They're the ones that are actually making Showcase happen.
Yeah. Angel, thank you for being
welcome,
here. And we will be right back.
I was driving by this group of buildings that I had probably been by 100 times.
I went to a meeting in Sam's office, actually, and he was talking about his desire to make lots of these projects happen.
There's been a need for affordable live workspace for artists and the creative community.
It's creating like a little island here at Milepost 5. I think has been really great.
Bringing the diversity together, and in doing so, you're creating a stronger community.
I'm David Pren, and I'm currently one of the partners and Director of Business Development for Point of Wealth Systems. Doug Lindstrom and I, the gentleman who came up with this whole concept, were locker partners in 7th grade, bounced ideas off of each other, for a long, long time. Doug's very creative. He's got a great mind. So I got this phone call from him, and it was about power and the idea behind power.
It was actually driving down I-5 in front of Portland Meadows, looking at the lottery sign on the side of the freeway, and kind of got struck by a lightning bolt right then. With everything just kind of came together, and that's when the epiphany occurred, I guess.
So the question everybody asks is, how does it work? You log into the machine, and then you have a menu of items that you've selected ahead of time that you want to be able to do on this machine. The first one at the top is you can put money into your checking or savings account. The second thing that you can do is that you can put money into an IRA or an investment account. Next is prepaid Visa cards. So there's a lot of people that can't get a checking account and they can't get a credit card. So we can get anybody a prepaid Visa card, and you put money onto that card, and you can put money onto the card through our machine with cash. I think that everybody comes up with a great idea, and some people come up with great ideas all the time. But unless you take action, it's nothing more than a great idea.
I'm Justin Ewan. I'm president and founder of FMYI.com. Started FMYI basically because of my passion around design, technology, collaboration, sustainability, and they're all, to me, they're a lot related. Creating ideas, connecting people to one another to then take those ideas to the next level and then putting them into practice, and that's really what we're all about.
Well, I'm Keegan Smith, singer-songwriter. Portland is my city. Like, that's the way it is, and that's the way it has been, and that's the way it will be. So this is where I've spent, my whole life. I know these streets like the back of my hand. I know every inch of this town, and I have a lot of support here. And to me, have that home base and to have the support that I have from, the establishment, from the people, and from my family, it's unmatched. I can pack venues on a Monday because this is my city, and people want to see that growth. They want to lift me up. We've got a lot of things planned for the group based on the package that we're putting together that we're creating in this city. So this is what we're selling. We're selling Portland, Oregon. A lot of artists have been coming to me and asking me to write for them. And a lot of people would tell me that's where the real money is. It is a hard job to try to write for somebody else, but it's a task that I'm willing to undertake, especially if the people respect my time and my efforts and my talent, because I'm trying to be fair, but time is money these days. And that's been a real struggle, of course, to balance my loves of my family and my job. So these are my two loves, Showcase PDX is going to put that out there for me.
I'm Reno from our team Portland, and you're watching Showcase PDX.